Self-profit, that's the reason.
Welcome back to the end of the line. Self-profit? What do you mean? I'm the game hero. After the SL9 incident was resolved.
I'm a tired Ollie.
Flick, flick, flick. Flick, flick, flick.
I am rejuvenated. Nah, I won't be rejuvenated until I sentence this dude.
Lana Sky was appointed chief prosecutor at the prosecutor's office.
I sentence him to
Excuse
death.
me. The person who arranged this job change was you, Chief Gant. But how would he profit from all of this? He would be able to use the chief prosecutor as his puppet.
Blackmail.
Essentially, he would acquire unchecked authority over all investigations. Do you mean to tell me that despite the chief's formidable appearance, he plays with puppets? A hush falls over the crowd. Oh, wait. You must mean puppet as in someone forced to do his bidding. Never mind. He got there. You assisted Lana Sky in forging evidence. He's a little messed up, but he's got the spirit. You more to a point, Chief. Right, oh my boy. You have quite an active imagination. Let me ask you something. Every time that he says righto,
I always think that he's saying, righto, you got it.
Let me ask you something.
What?
Do you have any proof of this? That I controlled Lana?
Yeah. Do we have a recording of
is
the interview
Lana
here?
testifying that I've done such a thing? Lana, she's keeping quiet to protect Emma. There's no way she'd testify against Gant. Well, further I proof this all amounts to nothing more than mere conjecture. Unless... that is also what happened in this incident. This incident? Which one would that be? Of course I'm talking about
the actual reason we're here.
the murder of Detective Bruce Goodman. By God, we've brought it back!
Guys, full circle.
Guys,
Look at that!
we're
I
back.
haven't seen that in so long. Look at that!
God, it's so nice to see this corpse again.
Ah, I missed him. Hi, corpse. Oh, hello, Stabby.
The chief prosecutor has been acting strange throughout this entire trial. Almost as if someone has been controlling her. Ow, 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 ow. Worthy, you'd better watch your tongue. Ow, ow, ow. I wouldn't want you to get hurt. Ow, 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 ow. Just what do you mean? She's choking me.
I gave him a hug.
Around my neck. What do you mean, Your Honor?
You're leaning sideways into me, so I couldn't give you an actual hug.
Yeah, so she wrapped her arm around my neck.
I was trying to whip around the trick. Oh,
She said hug and put her hand on my throat. Is that Chief Gant is involved in the murder of Detective Goodman?
No, I was hugging you like a,
Serial killer?
No, what is that snake?
Boa constrictor?
Yeah. I was hugging you like a boa constrictor. They give hugs. To the neck.
Please do not. Please do not literally constrict my airflow. Not only that, but the chief is now making Lana take the rap to cover up his involvement. Oh my God. The chief can freestyle? Whoa! Order, order, order! I said order! Huh? This...
That was so fitting for that to be the line after I covered your mouth.
This is an affront to the highest ranking officer in a law enforcement agency. To accuse the chief of police of blackmail and murder. That's impossible! Well, I was merely reiterating what Mr. Edgeworth said in easier to understand language.
Don't throw me under the bus.
It's too late, Mr. Wright. We're both under this bus.
This bus is oh so far over us.
Let's see if we can get out from under it before the wheels start turning. There's no turning back for us now.
Aw, us.
Looks like he's the one who decided to go through with this.
I love when the prosecution and the defense work together. It's my favorite thing.
The power of teamwork. Like the chief.
The power of friendship is
bullshit.
The chief, a high-ranking officer of the law, is involved in this murder. Why is your hand wet? That's not even the hand you covered my mouth with.
No, this is the hand that I've been holding the controller with.
It's so sweaty. Oh my god, her hand is damp.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, sometimes I wonder if, like, my sweat glands just hate me and are just overactive and ridiculous.
You haven't even been, like, consistently holding the controller, too.
Yeah.
Good question.
Dude, I was sweating walking into work.
Regardless
I didn't even do anything. I just got out of my car and I was sweating.
Regardless of his rank or title, Chief Gant is just a man. The question is he a criminal? I believe the evidence will tell. I see. Alright then. I want Pepsi. Let's see what Mr. Wright's got, and it better be good. Show us this evidence that ties Chief Gant to the murder of Detective Goodman.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh god, I don't remember any of the evidence.
Yeah, now you gotta look at the other case.
Alright, let me go back to that case.
What would
no.
I'll tell you now, you have to prove that they were together on that day.
That Goodman and what's his face, or that Lana
Gant.
and what's his face?
Goodman and Gant.
Okay. This?
Close.
Are we ever gonna get to be like, hey, he's 777777777777777?
Let's find out.
Yeah?
This is the ID card list.
Well, because I thought that didn't quite make sense because it wasn't actually Goodman that went in.
But you need to prove that they were together. Not that it was Goodman who went in. Yes, the one that shows who entered the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Oh yeah, because the lockup's already open. True.
There was the one ID on the list we couldn't determine the owner of yesterday. 777-7777.
Yeah, okay. It sounded like you said 8.
Sorry, but there's no way you can prove that's my card number.
Really? How about you show us your damn card?
It's your number.
He's like,
Excuse me? What?
Nani?
What? How do you know that? Safe in Chief Gant's office requires a code to open. A 7-digit code. 7 digits? You don't mean... I'm afraid so, Your Honor. The code was 777-7777. The same as the remaining ID card number on that list. Chief Gant, you entered the evidence room on the day of the crime. Quick dance break.
Hero woke up and looked at us like, what are you doing? Baby. Look at him, look at that face.
Baby.
He's like, what are you doing? I'm sleeping.
Dude, the music kicked in. I love how we went from like, to pose. Order! Order! Next time we see him, he's gonna have his fist up. Chief Gant, what do you have to say? Nothing. The defense's search of my office was in violation of regulations. And I would demand Mr. Wright be punished to the maximum extent of the law.
Ouch.
But right now, this court demands an explanation from you about the use of this ID card.
Also, I feel like the other easy way is just to look at his freaking ID card.
Well, we'd have to like put an inquiry in. And he has no right. We have no right to ask him to show it.
We do, though.
Chief Gant, so you admit it. You entered the evidence room On the day of the crime?
Gant just goes, which crime are we talking about?
Which
one are we talking about?
I'm chief of police. Well, that's the evidence room or the bathroom. What's the difference? I can go anywhere I want.
Can, should, did.
Tell me, when you entered the room, were you alone? I always go to the bathroom alone, as I do with the evidence room. Don't want anyone seeing your suspicious bits. Detective Goodman wouldn't have had him be with you that day, would he? Of course not. Why would he be?
Unlock the locker.
I haven't seen him in days.
And put the rest of that pot in there.
You haven't seen him? In days? Chief Gantz? I'm afraid you've just undone yourself.
Whoa.
On that day, you had to have met with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? This trial's purpose is to determine Lana Sky's guilt.
Yeah, in order to prove that she's innocent, we gotta prove who's guilty, so.
No, it isn't, Your Honor. This trial's purpose is to determine the truth.
Edgy gets it.
If Chief Gant met the victim on the day of the crime, then we need to determine one thing.
When?
What transpired during that meeting?
Oh, that too. Also that, yes. Very
In that
important.
case, Mr. Wright, I'm going to have to ask you for evidence. Show us proof that the victim went to meet Chief Gant on the day of the crime. No.
Oh, what?
That was so wrong. You didn't even like look at me to. I know I said trust your gut instinct more often, but you didn't even like. But like
Well, but I mean, it was a note that he had to deal with the SL9 stuff, and that would have proved that he would have had to go in there with him.
No. There's something that only the chief that only the chief of police can handle. Had to go up with a letter of termination.
Yeah. Okay, so they're talking about the. Where is it?
How
Is
do
it
I?
over here? Should have gone the other way. That one.
Yeah. See.
Well, because that was my original thought, but then I was like, that doesn't really prove that he was with him because it was half done.
Detective Goodman lost his ID card on the day of the crime. Well, to be more accurate, Jake Marshall stole it.
Jace.
Josh.
Swain.
So Detective Goodman filled out a lost item report. He would have had to give that report to the chief of police. Yet you are in possession of the report.
That's what I'm saying.
Which means you can't be sure if he filed it.
It's also not complete. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the note that said you gotta deal with SL9 on the day of your own murder would be more evidence of that. You get what I'm saying?
He filed it. How do I know, you ask? Because he needed to enter the evidence room that day. He needed to? Yes, to transfer the evidence out. Oh! Detective Goodman took the form to you, Chief Gantz. Then, you accompanied the detective to the evidence room. I accompanied him.
And then murdered him after he opened the locker.
There's no other way the murderer and Detective Goodman could have entered the room.
Or it could be even more morbid. Murdered him, then dragged his fingerprint up to open the locker. Imagine just dragging a dead corpse to open the locker.
Dude.
Woof.
That's something out of Doom.
Woof.
You literally take the guy's arm off and just take it to the hand scanner.
They entered at 4:20, so they went to Blaze.
That's also a thing.
You murdered him while you were blazing together?
Hold on. Let me guess what you're going to say next.
Cold-hearted bench.
I, the chief of police, murdered poor Goodman.
He confessed.
Exactly. But wait! The chief didn't necessarily need to accompany him to the evidence room.
Could have just swiped the card and let him in.
He could have just lent him his ID card.
Yeah,
Yes.
but no.
Now that you mention it, I believe I might have done something of the sort.
Judge.
Sorry, but that's not possible. According to the record, your card was only used once. Yet you showed us your ID card earlier. If you had really lent it to Detective Goodman, it would have been found on his body.
That too.
Ah!
Whoa. Are you... He just went negative.
Chief Gantz, you didn't.
Dude, when I edit this episode, I'm gonna have to pause and just glare at that picture for a really long time.
The murder was most likely a spur-of-the-moment crime, for no one in their right mind would choose the police department as a place to commit murder. After the murder, you contacted Lana at the prosecutor's office.
We have record of this.
Why? To dispose of Detective Goodman's body, of course. You're forgetting, Mr. Wright, that the victim's body was discovered in the prosecutor's office parking lot. How did he manage to move it there? I was at the police department the entire day, you know. And everyone's aware that Lana stayed at the prosecutor's office after the ceremony. Everyone except me, it seems. Still, you're the chief of police. You have an entire police force at your disposal. Oh, so you think I just ordered an officer to do it? Hey you, take this here dead body over to the prosecutor's office. I don't think so. Chief Gantz, we left all the evidence we need. To prove how you moved the body to the prosecutor's office. And all this time I thought it was a useless clue just taking up space.
Yeah.
You already got it figured out. How could the chief move the body?
Look at my face. This is what I was doing.
Ahead of the game.
Yeah.
Mr.
Way
Wright,
ahead of it.
show us this evidence. To move the victim's body, Chief Gant used this. This is how he moved Detective Goodman's body.
I've been holding it for like 5 minutes.
Dude, you have like hyperhidrosis.
I don't think I do. I think it's just overactive sweat glands.
Dude, your hands are so sweaty. I've touched them and I feel gross.
Dude, if you ever like after I've been editing for a while, if you would have ever gone directly to look over the episodes and put the music in right after I get off, like leave the computer, you would feel that the mouse is just like drenched in sweat.
I also don't touch the mouse that much.
Yeah.
This time I moved Detective Goodman's body. What's that? A screwdriver?
Yippity doo dah.
What does that have to do with this case?
Absolutely freaking nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth?
That's why it's so weird that he would have him grab it.
Think back to the day of the crime. What is this screwdriver doing here? It's here because... You absolute son of a bitch! I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. She dropped the controller and opened the court record. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. He told me on me you were here in the prosecution. I really got you, huh? In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. After the ceremony ended that day, I didn't plan to return to the prosecutor's office. But you did, because Chief Gant asked you to. You mean I... The body was found in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. I think it's obvious what happens. The body was moved by that car. I feel like this is the start of like these super elaborate crime scenes.
Mm-hmm.
Detective Goodman's body was carried in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car? Yes. That's of course.
Smelt it.
You have another explanation, Chief. Nah, don't you remember the amount of blood that we found in the thing? He had bled out by that point.
Yeah, I know, but still, a decomposing body smells awful.
It takes a long time for a body to decompose, though.
Yeah, I know, but you would at least smell something being off. You'd be like,
I don't know, maybe
smell
he has...
a little bloody?
Maybe he has like a Pine Fresh air freshener in his car.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe he was so busy grumbling about how he didn't want the stupid award.
He was just like, every time he was at a stoplight, just say that award, it's like, smells like...
Shirt.
Like, he's like, God damn, this trophy's got so many sweaty hands touching, I need to disinfect it. Well, what else would you have asked Mr. Edgeworth to transport evidence from a closed case? There's only one plausible explanation. To transport the body to your accomplice, Miss Lana Skye. Order! 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 What's going on here? Is there no room for rebuttal to the defense's outrageous accusations?
Alright. Lana, I need to have a heart-to-heart with you real quick.
Listen, we've proven at this point, just confess.
No, to Lana. Lana, we've already established that your sister did the murder. There is no reason that Chief Gant can blackmail you anymore. So, just fork and indict him already. Lay it all out there. Talk about it. You literally have no reason to protect him anymore.
Yeah, but she also has no reason to help you, really. Think back to the photograph Miss Starr took at the prosecutor's office.
Yeah, she does. Emma knows that her sister's innocent, and Emma wants her to be okay. And there's nothing Lana cares more about than Emma.
This was not a photo of the trunk being stuffed in the body to be taken away. The body being stuffed in the trunk to be taken away. Wow, that was really bad dyslexia there. The words are hard. It was exactly the opposite. Why do we have English?
I don't know.
It is a photo of the body being taken from the trunk. Chief Gant, please, say something.
He's like, bestie,
Pool buddy?
please.
Pool fork buddy?
Dude, we're pool noodle buddies.
I believe your time's up.
She just pulls out a gun.
My time's up? Sorry, Redo, but I'm having lunch with the District Attorney General this afternoon. Wait, how's the Attorney General and also Chief Prosecutor? The District Attorney General. Wait, I'm confused on several levels.
The DAD. The dad.
District Attorney General spells dad, huh?
I don't know why I thought it was District Attorney Detective.
Did you seriously just mess up a 3-letter word?
I thought in my brain I was thinking District Attorney Detective.
What's this word? Tahi. Tahi.
E-Y-E is... E-W-E is... I. Wait. What did Dad say? It was E-W-E is you, Aaron. Yeah.
Oh my god.
No, E-Y... Oh, my bad. My bad.
Oh my god.
Alright, well then it's Dag. He's Dag. Dog.
Did you just misspell a 3-letter word?
Hey, that was a 3-letter acronym.
Oh
not
my
a word.
god.
Alright, they gotta make it in time. They gotta get going if they're gonna make it in time for the other word special. But the cross-examination isn't finished yet. Remember what I told you earlier? A police chief has all kinds of weapons at his disposal.
Oh my god. I can't breathe.
Weapons again? Like the right to refuse to testify.
I'm invoking that right now. What? This is not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. So you're going to just run away after all this? Run away. Don't make me laugh, Orthy. I stabbed old Goodman. That's what you're saying, right? He said it!
Mm-hmm.
But you had any conclusive evidence. He would have presented it by now.
Oh, it's okay. We'll get there.
Well, Do you think I had long to dispose of the body? If so, then show your proof and get it over with. Hmm? I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. Jamie Gant is the current chief of police. This court will not tolerate any accusations against him without concrete proof.
Lana, please get on the stand.
Well, Mr. Wright, Your Honor,
Can't we just play the freaking phone call?
do you have any concrete proof?
Do they have that technology yet?
I mean, we did that in the second case, but that implies she recorded the phone call.
Yeah, exactly. But I feel like if you're the chief prosecutor, all your phone calls should be recorded. Is that just me? Like, I feel like if you're in, like,
I feel like if you're getting blackmailed with, like, very dangerous information, you don't test someone like this. Because, like, if he gets arrested, he takes Lana down with her. Like,
yeah, she's an accomplice.
yeah, so, like, he wasn't someone to be tested to, like, record her calls with him because she didn't really have that
Yeah, but
kind
I
of
just
power.
mean, like, in general, if you're in one of these lines of work, I would record every conversation because it's just, like, you never know when you're gonna get, like, a crazy phone call that, like, could be the make or break in a case.
I imagine it was just, like, caller ID. It's like, damn it, and she turned it off. Proof that Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman and made Miss Scar dispose of the body? Do we have any concrete proof? I can't let him just squirm his way out of this. I've got to keep the pressure on. Yes, Your Honor. I do have such evidence. Please hurry up and present it. The better proof Chief Gant murdered Detective Goodman beyond a shadow of doubt.
Okay,
You have absolutely nothing.
I have nothing, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought maybe I had something that I just couldn't remember. Fork.
Nope. You actually picked the wrong choice here. There are points where you need to stay your hands. Hey, look at this cool book!
Look at this locker!
So...
Alright, anyway.
I feel like that would have been funny if we got a chance. Well, I think, Mr. Rogers, I'm going to be late for lunch. I feel like lunch is long past. Guess it wasn't enough. Please, Your Honor, give me just a little longer to consider. I'll say it again, Mr. Wright. David Gantz is the current chief of police.
Yeah, we read this.
This is the exact scenario we had, and this time I'm giving you the answer because I didn't want to have the situation repeat with D. Vasquez.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say you don't have anything, and we're gonna move on. No, Your Honor. At present, I have no conclusive evidence.
Can you imagine this? Like, what just happened in actuality? He's like, hey, here's this locker that proves that he had something to do with it, because how would it have been open if he wouldn't have gone in there with Detective Goodman and then murdered him while he was in there, and yada yada. And then the judge is like, that's
what?
Not it. And
that ain't
Phoenix
it, bro.
is like, okay, give me a little longer and I'll prove it to you. I got some other evidence. Here, give me a second. And the judge is like, okay, what is the concrete proof? And he goes, actually, I don't have any proof. Guilty.
I mean, that's basically what happened with that. That's just the D. Vasquez case.
Yeah.
See, Archie? In that case, this court is forced to penalize you for your allegations against the chief. What? Here's a tip. Never gamble what you can't afford to lose, Righto. I feel sometimes he kind of just writes this whole game shows thing himself. It seems that Lady Luck was on my side again today. Okay, Archie. I'll leave the rest to you. Goodbye. And goodbye.
God damn it.
I warned you earlier, Mr. Wright. This is an affront to the senior officer in our nation's law enforcement agency. You will not hurt my husbando. Lady Luck. Maybe we should have a word with her. Luck be a lady tonight. Mr. Edgeworth, what do you mean? There's one lady who knows the real truth behind this trial. We haven't yet had the honor of hearing her testimony.
Ow.
A lady who knows the truth. Another witness.
Did you forget who you're defending, Phoenix?
In the absence of conclusive evidence, the only other method of proof is testimony. Ball. But Chief Gans invoked his right to refuse to testify. There's still someone else. One more witness who can answer all the questions.
Oh, Lana.
Raised in this trial, someone right in this very room. What do you think Lana's like?
Lana's like,
be?
Lana's sitting in the corner going, please don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me, please don't leave me,
Please don't leave me. Why are you asking me, Your Honor? Have you forgotten? The defense is the one calling witnesses today. Mr. Wright, does such a witness exist? She may not be willing to tell the truth. We can't just stop now.
Imagine he just goes, Maya! Just barges in.
Yes, Your Honor. Defense calls forth Bruce Goodman. Dude, I wish there was special text.
I want you.
Dude, can we get our fork buddy back? I wish there was special text for if you presented the victim in certain scenarios. Defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Yippity-doo-da-day.
She was in the underground parking lot at 5:15 on February 21st.
Yep.
Her task, dispose of the victim's body.
Hi, pretty girl in black and white.
Dude, This case just proves you're a lesbian. In accordance with a certain someone's orders.
D. Vasquez didn't already do that? Maya didn't already do that?
Well, with Maya, it was always cute. With D. Vasquez, it was just a MILF. With this, it's like there's two hot women here, and you're constantly eye forking them.
Boop.
Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution has no objections, Your Honor.
I just thought of the whoops, I married a lesbian.
Very well. The court will now take its final recess for the day. Oh my god. In 15 minutes, we reconvene to hear the defendant's testimony. This court is now in That's you.
Is it Lana or Emma?
Lana.
Hold on.
Huh? Oh, it's you. 4. I tricked you, Chief Guest. I thought you were going to eat. Did you hear my impersonation of the defendant? It's amazing, isn't it? I legit didn't know it was him. I thought it was Lana.
Oh, that was funny.
Listen good, Lana.
Uh-oh.
He's talking to Lana. I don't think you need me to tell you this, but if you accept Mr. Wright's claims, there will be terrible consequences.
You'll be in prison, so you can't do anything
No,
to
you
her.
can't.
So go away. That is a blatant threat.
That's right. I can threaten people. Your sister will be found guilty for Neil Marshall's murder.
Yeah, but that's expired. You literally can't charge someone on a case that's expired.
I think there's like... This isn't good. Of course, you never support such an outrageous claims anyway, right?
Judge, please tell me you are noting this down as, like, he's totally threatening her to shut her mouth.
Oh, sorry, what did I say? Just something to think about. Alright then. I've got a lunch date to meet. Dude, this dude's like a freaking coin. He flips on a dime.
The judge is like,
okay, if there aren't any further objections.
Judge, you seriously just gonna ignore that?
This court is now in recess.
I wanted Lana, a little bit further into recess to go, hold on!
Can we consider that every time we've, gone to recess, Edgeworth has come over here?
Yeah.
And the whole idea of us calling the witnesses is so it doesn't look like he's fraternites with them. Dude, this is the most suspicious shit you can do right now. February 25th, 2:04 p.m., District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
See, if it would say Prosecutor's Lobby, less suspicious.
Yeah.
We need to go to him.
Looks like we might just stay in the game.
I thought it said stay the game.
Yeah, thanks to your help, Edgeworth. Actually, thanks to mine. I feel like Ollie will just kept presenting wrong evidence if I hadn't stopped it. That chief, he's something else, eh, pals? It's the cops. It's not the cops, I forgot. Not Detective Gumshoe. I'm not a detective anymore. Finally. Oh yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, don't worry. I've already decided where to work now. At your office. Oh, great. We need someone who likes burgers and mooches off me.
Oh god, no. Please put him back on the force. Don't stick him with me, no!
God help us all. My office? Sure.
No.
I'll take the place that's top-notch good.
So you're gonna wake me up early in the morning in the office, standing in a kiddie pool with a hose attached to the sink to meditate under. That's actually part of the job requirements. You can't deny that. You have to do that. And every day you also have to go, Nick, let's go break into somewhere.
You have to be willing to break every law from now on.
Yeah, you can no longer be like a law-abiding, none of that. None of that. Throw that out the window. You have to be willing to get burgers. And have you ever seen The Steel Samurai? Could he mean Maya? Who else would he mean? Look at her. It's been so long since we've seen Maya. Oh, if the mic wasn't right in front of my legs, I would have ran to the screen to give her a kiss. Yeah, I got you. Hang on. Go, 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 my child. I love you. Please come back soon. I miss you so much. Okay. Go. Excuse me, Papa. That's my seat. Come here, buddy. He says I play now. play a game now. My game.
So we had to do that for the sake of the bit. Could he mean? Who else would he mean?
Look at that face.
Still, looks like we're all out of moves now.
Nah, we got like a rook or something left.
I was about to say it's not checkmate yet. I was gonna say it more eloquently. It's like we got like a rook. Like we had the same thought process, but you're like, I don't know. Maybe.
I was thinking of how I would be playing chess, and it'd be like, I have one piece left, and I'd be like, there's a way for me to win, and I don't know how, but you would tell me.
If you only have one piece left, it's probably just your king, in which case give up.
In which case, give up.
You can't win a game with just your king.
Can you win a game with just your rook?
Well, like, you can still win a game with just the king, but it requires the other player to make bad moves. And you'll never be down with just your rook because the king cannot actually be captured. It has to be put into checkmate.
Ah.
Why did I bother teaching you chess?
You know, I ask myself that question a lot.
Chief gets done again. How's he always gets the upper hand? I think he's got a rook or something.
No, I think he's got a single pawn left.
The weakest of pieces.
Yeah.
It's not fair. It's not fair. He has the right to refuse to testify. Technically, everyone does.
Big yawn.
Kitty went yawn.
She did. Now she goes squeaky gates.
Settle down, Wright.
She's got a sneeze. I can tell. She's making the sneeze face. Yep, there it is.
Kitty sneeze.
Don't worry, in like 8 hours you'll be all fixed.
A little less than that. Remember what the judge said.
A little more than that.
That's right. Yeah, I forgot it's at 9.
Yeah.
But Chief, that's not a right to be casually invoked. There are certain risks to be considered. Risks. What do you mean by that? It's simple. If the Chief refuses to testify, the opposite also holds true. You mean oh wait, that's you.
You mean he forfeits his right to say anything, too. Oh, nope. You mean...
The cuter one!
The better one!
Emma, are you okay?
Aww. I still miss Maya. I love you so much, but you're like...
Listen.
Third.
Who's second?
You really have to ask that question?
Edgeworth?
No.
Angel?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
It goes Maya because I love her so freaking much and no one will ever top her. Angel because I love her because I love her so freaking much and I may top her. And
She'd top you.
Yeah, she would top me. And then Emma because she's Maya but different.
Maya but science.
Maya but science instead of break out the rules.
And then I assume it's Lana. Was
no,
it Mia
then
next?
then it's Vasquez. Then it's Mia. Then it's the assistant.
April May. Or
Oh! Emma, you're fourth. May comes third. And then the rest of the list stands, and then it's the Penny whatever. Penny Nichols. And then it's Lana. And then it's Fish Face.
Oh, Lana.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Yeah, when I came to, I was in the medical office. What happened? Okay. What was that piece of the music? Did you hear that?
What?
It went. No, it went like almost like one of those kids xylophone things that you just go across.
I don't know.
I've been listening to the trial from the gallery.
I think, if I remember correctly, this piece is called Turnabout Sisters 2005. So 2001 is Maya's, and 2005 is... Wait, here it comes. I think. Nope. And 2005 is Emma's. So it's both called Turnabout Sisters.
Mm.
So should everything that's been going on...
Good. Don't have to catch
Emma,
you up.
I'm sorry for what I said before.
No, don't be. It was the truth. You know, it's funny. I almost feel somehow... Thank God, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm a murderer. Man, I can't wait to put that on my resume.
Oh, wait. Relieved?
Yeah! Now I finally know what really happened. That has to be a huge burden off her. Am Maya.
Baby's sneezing a lot.
Baby.
We'll probably do a quick check on her after this episode. Right
Hi,
now.
Maya.
Dude, to be involved, like, so directly with the case and not know what happened.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it has to... I honestly believe that it does have to be, like, a sense of relief to know that A, you're not crazy in thinking that, like...
There's more.
That, like, you're missing something, or that, like, yes, I pushed someone and then, like, I passed out and I don't know what happened and I really want to know because it's driving me up the wall.
Okay.
To think all this time, my sister was being blackmailed by that terrible piece of shirt. I mean, look at my fists. They're angry. I have a watch.
It's time for Mr. Angry Eyes.
Her H2O pins just turned angry.
Dude.
And she did it all just to protect me.
Dude,
What a good sister.
there's a character you haven't met who has a necklace like that where it changes based on what she's feeling.
Oh my god.
And
My dream. Literally my dream.
ever since her appointment as chief prosecutor.
My necklace would always be anger as long as I was with people, and always happy as long as I was with animals or home.
Everyone who knew her said she'd changed. Perhaps it was easier that way for her.
If she's cold and distant, there's no way that she would accidentally spill anything.
Such a dark topic for like how cheery this music is.
I know.
What do you mean?
They're like, yeah, she was cold and distant to protect her sister because her sister murdered someone. It's really awful. Oof, man, what a tragedy.
What do you think I mean? To follow Chief Gant's orders. She must have shot herself up deep inside. Gross. Abstinence is key, everyone. To force herself to do anything and everything the Chief told her to do. Oh. I thought the cat was about to sneeze.
Did you hear it that time?
Yeah, I did. I know.
It sounds kind of like coconuts.
I know exactly. That must be why she became so cold. I have no idea what you're talking about. Dude, whenever there's cheery music on, even if there's serious stuff going on, we can't help but joke around.
Yeah, if the music is cheery, I feel like it, it keeps you upbeat. You're like,
Yeah.
alright, this is some intense stuff, but be happy. Don't worry. Be happy.
Hang on. It was all my fault.
It was all my fault.
I killed...
Mine. My fault.
I killed a man.
I did it.
Hooray for the murder.
It's all because I murdered Mr. Marshall.
Hey, you don't go playing yourself now.
Yeah, to be fair, not your fault. Big accident. Big whoopsie poopsies.
Won't blame anyone. Blame society, pal.
You know what? Gumshoe, I like your what is it? Gumption? Gumption. I like your gumption.
Gumption, you got good gumption.
Chief Gam may be able to fool everyone else with his forgery, quote unquote, but he can't fool my memory. I remember now. I knocked Mr. Marshall into that armor.
I see. He's a little confused, but he's got the spirit. That's what I was thinking of. Well, we'd better get back. It's time for the final act. That's a quote from Fresh Prince, and I just couldn't think of what the exact quote was.
The last time I saw the words, it's time for the final act, it was Inuyasha, the final act, and that was horrendous on so many different levels.
Wasn't even the final act.
So, yeah, it wasn't. So, like, can
now
we
there's
please have
Yasuhime, isn't there?
Yes. So, can we just make sure that it's not like that, and that this actually has a decent outcome?
I actually haven't seen the final act, because I never finished Inuyasha.
I watched a few episodes of the final act, realized it was a rushed, terrible, awful job, and went, I am sad, and went away.
Emma, why don't you wait?
No, I'm going with you. Because I'm science. I want to be there when Lana tells the truth. And I'm gonna pinch her until she does. She just cuts to her on the stand, and Maya's next to her just pinching her cheek, like, tell the truth.
Emma?
Tell the truth. Tell the truth. You're not gonna let go until you tell the truth. Tell the truth! It's you.
Let's go, Wright. It's time to end this.
To be continued.
Yep. This last trial is a 3-parter.
what's insane about this is that in my brain space, this is like we're going into a 4th day of the trial, even though I know we're not.
Yeah, I know.
So it's like...
So real quick.
Breaking the law.
We're just gonna go... where's the thing I had up? So we can see the table of contents here. This is the longest case of all of Ace Attorney.
I can't look at it, because it'll be spoiling.
No, it's just a chapter thing. See?
Oh.
You've already seen everything. So now, as we go into...
Trial Ladder 2.
Yeah.
They couldn't even think of a better name.
So,
That's so
so
funny.
that means there's a total of 10 different chapters to this. This is the longest case in all of Ace Attorney.
Yeah, the other ones have a maximum of 5.
Yep.
And that was Turnabout Goodbyes.
Didn't Turnabout Goodbyes have a ladder too? I could have sworn it did.
Mm.
But yeah, this is the...
I mean, there was the ladder in the, in the fish shop, I think.
Yeah. Good night, everybody.
I'm glad it took you a little bit to catch on to that.
I'm
proud of you.
There wasn't even a ladder there.
No, but there was the fishing pole that I thought was a gun.
And we're done. We're done.
And the safe that I thought was an old boombox.
Episode over. 55.